Hey everybody, Rena Kennedy here, and today I'm going to ink the artwork that I did in the last video. I just wanted, before I get started, to show you that I'm working on making the little charms that he wears, that he's going to be wearing throughout the series. They are the 4-leaf clovers here. Don't know if you can see that very well, but let me get in. So, oops, I actually find 4-leaf clovers on a regular basis, so I thought, hey, why not, incorporate this into my comics. So they're encased in hard resin, and they will be turned into necklaces, and probably have a little bit more design than what I've done here. I want to make them more elaborate than this, obviously, but I did want to show that. And of course, you can always follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon as well. And right now I do have Kickstarter up and running, so I hope that you're interested in not only pre-ordering your book through Kickstarter, but we also have goodies like this charm. So if you want to know how you can get your own 4-leaf clover charm, you can do it actually through Patreon. So it's quiet time here at my house. My daughter's laying down for her nap, and my son is in the background watching YouTube again. So he just loves watching kids playing with toys and how toys work and stuff like that. So, but right now I'm just going to do inking and do some talking. So one discussion that I brought up in my last video was about making swords, this particular sword here, actually, and that was something that, I'm still interested in doing. Don't know if I'm going to or not. I may just do one for myself. Nikolai, you're being loud. Crazy madhouse today. So these pens I've got, they're just like some cheap artist pens. I actually got them as a gift, so I don't know how much they cost. I have seen them available in the stores at places like Hobby Lobbies and Michaels. I definitely know I saw them at Hobby Lobby. We recently got a Hobby Lobby in my town. We had a Michaels, so it's nice to see a little bit more competition and a little bit more selection. So I've been posting my comic book on Patreon, which you can actually go on there and see, read. The 5th page just came out today. If this video is older, I apologize. I'm sure there's probably a lot more up by the time you watch this video, because I'm currently not that popular. I am very pleased, however, to announce that we've got 3 pre-orders for my book on Kickstarter, and that makes me really pleased, because these people aren't people I know, which makes me feel really good about my work, that people are interested in the story as well as my art, and these people aren't related, so it's not like family members, which I appreciate family members who do support me. Thank you very much. But it's also nice to know that, it's not people, just being nice because they feel sorry. They actually generally do enjoy what I do. So for those people, thank you. And I also want to apologize because I'm really actually camera shy. And so in a lot of my videos, I tend to stutter or stammer in that sense. So I'm just never really been big with the camera. I just can't help it. It's just the way it's ever been. Not that I shy away from cameras as much as just don't get my picture taken a lot and don't get videos recorded very often. So I feel very nervous with media I don't go out looking to try to be into media. Well, I never did anyway. And I think like most people don't particularly like the sound of their own voice. I am one of those people, I don't really care for the sound of my voice. It sounds childish to me. But that's just my opinion. Obviously someone likes it. I'm married. I'm just going to turn the pictures ever so slightly. I apologize if it bothers anybody's eyes, but I just want to make sure, with this being my poster, that it comes out looking good. I want it to look good for you guys. And for myself. I do enjoy my art. I've always been drawing. I've been drawing since, I don't know, I was super tiny. Always been good at it. I do have some old artwork from when I was itty bitty, but I'm not going to share that this time. Maybe some other time, if you guys really want to see like my kindergarten artwork or anything like that. For the most part, I'm not the only one in my family that's good at art. My kid sister actually is really good at art. I got 4 sisters, so you may hear me mentioning them. I love you guys. My kid sister is actually my half sister, but she is my sister, and I love her. And she is a wonderful artist. She does have videos up on YouTube of her drawing. She does a lot of furries. I guess her and her generation are more into the furries, which is cool. I enjoy furries. Just don't draw furries that often. Draw people. People person. She's into cats. I'm into squirrels. I love squirrels. So, always like have stuffed animals of squirrels around my house. And it got to the point where my husband was thinking it got a little out of hand. So I've asked my friends, like, hey, you need to calm down on the squirrel attire there. And they understood. I guess I'm really nice, understanding friends. I love my friends. Very supportive. So I'm not going to bore you guys too much here with my talking, my jibber jabber. It would just be, I just think I don't know, I think I'm boring. My husband thinks I'm witty. And I might be witty to an extent if I'm actually talking to someone and having a conversation with someone, but I'm talking to a camera and I'm not yet comfortable with it. I haven't gotten any feedback from people. I've gotten only a few followers. I would love, love, love to have some more, make me feel appreciated. But again, you know, I don't want people to do it because they like, oh, gee, poor thing. Yeah, don't do that. Follow because you like. Follow because you want to. Follow because you enjoy. Because overall, that's what it's about. There's my boy. Watching cartoons. So, this character, Volk, I don't know if I mentioned, he's actually named after my boy. His middle name is Volk. So that is where I got the name from. I'm not sure if I will hand out last names to my characters. Some people recommend it. Just never been that big on it. So there's a good chance I'm probably not going to. In case you're wondering. And so, Volk is really young. He's actually older than my son, though, obviously, because I would never send my son out on such an adventure. I would freak out as a mother. I'd be like, oh my god, my son, come back. No, don't go, it's dangerous. I will protect you. But Volk has to go on this journey. One thing about the book that I want to emphasize on when it comes to story and things of that nature is I want people to be accepted of others and not judgmental, because he does friend Eledian in the book, because like in real life, not all one type of people are bad. So that is essentially one of the main messages I want to drive home with my comic. Acceptance, open-mindedness, and like most people, I feel, have a time in their life where they have to find themselves, and things of that nature. Volk will also go through that period of time. I myself went through that. I was in college at the time, and it was a confusing time for me. A lot happened. So but no regrets. Can't have regrets. Learn from things, but I regret nothing. So I posted last time. I posted the video of me drawing this and talking and blah blah blah. And I've gotten quite a bit of views, actually, maybe even more views than the time-lapse version that I sent out. So I personally enjoy a really good time-lapse video. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm weird like that. And because I've noticed a lot of people prefer a video on talking. And I don't know what to talk about, and so I get really nervous. Nothing script. Nothing I'm saying is script. Oops, sorry if I make a shadow. I don't have the best lighting. I'm hoping that either through my videos or through my books that I'm able to purchase better gear and other things to make better videos, and because this is a business for me. I want this to be my business. My art is my business. And so, like any business, you have to invest back into your business a good percentage, and that is what I plan to do. Right now with my comic, I've got all the panels done for the first book. It turned out to be around 28 pages or so. And I went ahead and got them all scanned in. And when I say scanned, I actually mean like I took pictures of them because I don't own a scanner, which maybe one day I will afford one. Got a really old scanner currently. I got for my mother. Thank you, Mom. She is one of my followers. Family is like one of the biggest supports I have. I really do appreciate them. But I would like to get something faster. Something with the Wi-Fi, because my current computer doesn't have ports, so I would have to technically hook up to my husband's computer and upload them to my computer, and it's just a lot easier if I just take a picture of it with my computer, essentially. I find drawing to be very relaxing. So, as a kid, I personally never brushed my hair, so I wanted him to have this crazy, I don't care, bedhead kind of hair. It just goes all over the place, which is why he's got a lot of these flyaways. I wanted him to have a fairly unique hairstyle. I didn't want to go with anything too traditional. I wanted something unique, and I feel like this hairstyle was boyish and unique-ish enough for my character. And that is how I came up with that particular hairstyle. I feel with art, there's always things to learn and opportunity to learn. So I'm always watching videos. So I want to actually give a shout out to some of these artists out there for putting their art out as well to inspire others to draw. So Mark Crowley is one of those individuals. So special thanks to him. Very inspirational. I take a lot of his teachings to heart. And I love the fact that he also states, like, I use this tool, but it's not about the tool, it's about the artist. Because I think a lot of people, I know I myself, has felt at some point in time that, oh, if I get this particular pencil or this program or, you know, something of that nature, I too will be able to produce great things. And if that was the case, I think it would be, not only would there be a lot more artists out there, but it would mean, like, you know, anyone could do it and it would be easy and there wouldn't be a challenge, and, you know, then only people who enjoy easy tasks, you know, would do it, and that's not how it goes. So one thing I'm excited about is the fact that I know that my art may not be 100% perfect right now, and even though I've got character designs to help keep me on track on what my characters look like and things of that nature, I know that I will be improving. And if you like to see that, see someone doing things over and over and improving them, then I hope you'll follow along. So Okay. I hope you guys are able to see all of this alright. I'm going to push the paper over slightly because I'm going to go ahead and focus on the handle part because it's pretty elaborate. And I think I'm going to change it ever so slightly in design. And so I hope you'll forgive me. And if there's something else that I've done, like I've had some people who are like, oh, I would love if you know, had like outfits for people to purchase, so that people can cosplay the characters' outfits. But to me, the outfits are pretty plain now. I do plan on making them more elaborate later on, but right now they're pretty plain. And so another thing is like people's bodies come in all different shapes and sizes and things of that nature, so I don't want to essentially like have all these different outfits laying around my house in hopes that that particular person that has that particular body style, you know, is into my comic and wants one of the outfits, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem practical, especially right now. I don't know if it's something I would want to do in the future or not. Anyone who's ever made a cosplay outfit knows it takes a lot of time and dedication. And things of that nature. So I plan on cosplaying the female version when I go to cons. I know not many people will understand me, but I'm not going to be obviously walking around too much at that point in my life, because I'll be mostly behind a table talking about my comics. I'd love to have a panel, teach people, you know, how do you go from being an artist to making a comic, because a lot of people can draw. There are really good artists out there, but you know, they either can't go to school or don't have the money to go to school. And so the question is, how do I, your average Joe, you know, find a way to do this? I want to be able to produce my own art, essentially. Which I myself, you know, have done a lot of research, but I also know that some people out there prefer to be like, well, I'd rather go straight to, you know, someone who has. I'd rather have a senpai, essentially, to, you know, help guide me and take me on as a tutor, as a mentor would teach me your ways. So I've done a lot of research, obviously. One person, again, I'm going to mention, has her own comic, her own YouTube channel as well. She was very inspirational. Her comic is Texas in Tokyo. I hope you look her up. Neither of these people, or anyone that I mention in here, obviously, is paying me in any way or asking me to sponsor them. They've just been my inspiration. I had a time where I found myself in a bit of a slump. I did not feel like I wanted to do this, but I don't know, writer's block, artist block, whatever you want to call it, it occurs. And I found out for myself, and each person will be different, I had to go and find someone who I could relate to, who had their own success story. And I was like, you know, wow, this person, you know, they have it. They've got what I want to be doing. They're doing it. And that's so inspirational. I want to do it now. I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. You know, philosophy, you know. And so that's what I do. I enjoy seeing others' success. I like to see, like, hey, these were regular people. They may not necessarily have gone to school for it, or maybe they did go to school. Because I do have some schooling, but my schooling didn't teach you how to, particularly, like, here's the circle, and here's how you draw shadows, and points of angles, and things like that. A lot of that I picked up through books, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have your own series of how to draw books. I'm going to actually get a ruler out for this next part, because I want to make sure that it is, and this is probably not the best ruler here. This is just like some simple little art ruler, and that's my dog in the background, itching her collar. Her collars are itchy, I guess. So, and my son giggling. So the important thing about the rulers that I've read, and I myself have experienced, anyone who's done art and has at any point in time used a ruler, especially for perspective work, knows that sometimes inks smear. And rulers won't help that. They don't. They actually don't help prevent smearing until you get like a particular type that has a pretty beveled edge. And so, Nikolai, baby, keep your voice down, please. So, don't mind my son giggling in the background. I really don't, because it's part of my life. It's the whole drive behind my art. He is my inspiration, my biggest inspiration for art. I have a few, currently a few comics, little fun comics, up on Patreon that only people who've pledged can read. Right now I've got one pledger, thanks Mom, who's able to see these life type comics, because the comics is about kids being a parent and doing art, enjoying life, enjoying being a parent. I do. I love my children. I think Mom's my favorite name. Mom is my favorite name. But don't you call me Mom. I'm not your mom. Be a senpai, but I won't be a mom. Except for my kids. Alrighty then. So, he doesn't wear socks. They're kind of like stockings. Peter Pan-ish. Peter Pan stockings. Alrighty. So, time to erase the lines and add some more black ends. So the eraser that I have here is just a plain eraser, and I'm going to start where I originally started inking because I don't want anything to smudge, so hopefully nothing smudges. My husband got me all these really nice erasers. This is one of them. I don't see my other one laying around here. Usually I have another one laying around. I always like to have spares. There's my clock.